Starting a colt or a filly under saddle can really set the tone of the rest of their riding career, either in a positive way or a negative way. And today we're going to talk about the three most overlooked or misunderstood parts of a horse's education and how we can set your horses up, we can set you up and your trainer up for success in the starting process. All right, so let's get started. I'm Steve Andrews, and this is The Natural Horseman. Good morning. Today, to help me out, I have Tina. She's a 3-year-old Andalusian, and she's here to be started under saddle. And here's today I'm going to run through a few key points that are oftentimes, I'd say most of the time, overlooked in a horse's starting process that are really quite essential for them to understand. So I'm going to get moving around. I'll talk as I go. So one of the first things I like to look for, and I'm going to warm her up before we really dive in, but one of the first things I like to look for and to develop in a horse is confidence. And here's one thing that's overlooked. We think we want our horses to be confident. But do we actually think about what that means? And if we do, how deep are we thinking about that? So with confidence, most of the time what folks will do is they'll love on their horse, which is great. It's necessary. They'll pet the horse. They'll feed the horse. Okay, it's all necessary, which may build your horse's confidence in you, in that they're confident that you won't hurt them. Okay. Now let's talk about confidence where it's actually going to matter. Okay. Now they do need to be confident in you and know that you're not going to hurt them. Okay. But what all that does is it doesn't give them confidence that you won't prevent them from getting hurt in a dangerous situation. Okay. So we need to think about that. Is my horse confident in my ability to prevent him from getting hurt? Okay. So you guys have heard me talk a lot about, to have a true partnership with the horse, you need to be a provider of safety and comfort. The first thing we talked about was comfort. Petting, treats, oxygen, okay, all comfort. Safety, comfort, leadership, that's what we're talking about there, and responsibility. Okay, so do I have a horse's confidence? Are they confident that I won't hurt them? Are they confident in my ability to keep them safe? Okay, that's one part that's almost always overlooked. So what else do they need to be confident? They need to be confident in their ability to handle energy. All right, we hear a lot of times, well, we got to keep it real quiet so we don't scare them. Keep it real quiet. Okay, now we don't want to do too much that we cause them to panic, but we also have to cause them to be uncomfortable every day. Just a little uncomfortable every day until they work through that discomfort and they're okay with that amount of discomfort. Okay, and then you add to that every day. If you add discomfort and you don't work them through it, you're actually going to make things worse. So that's a fine balance there. You want to cause them to be uncomfortable with some type of energy and then hang out there until they work through it. All right, confidence. The next piece I like to look for is lightness. What does lightness mean? Okay, most wrecks happen due to a horse's lack of understanding and following a direct feel. Okay? So something scares your horse, they freak out, you can't get it stopped. You fill in the blank from there. They buck you off, they rear. Okay? So it goes against a horse's nature to go with a direct feel. It goes against a horse's nature to wear a saddle. Because a direct feel to them, and this is something that people don't think about, direct feel to a horse means death. Right? Horses are herd animals. They don't want to feel direct pressure. Because what a predator does is they bite the pole, right, to disable the animal. That's direct pressure. And they wrap their claws around their neck. That's direct pressure. they'll jump on their back. That's direct pressure. Horses are herding animals, meaning herding pressure's easy for them to understand. You can push a horse, you can drive them anywhere. I can push this horse, and that's going to be easy for this horse to understand. But what they fight is direct pressure, okay? So if I can't take a hold of this horse with direct pressure and guide it where I need to go, I'm not setting that horse up to be as successful as she could when it comes time to put the saddle on, okay? Can they wear direct pressure in the right spots? Meaning, can we desensitize them to direct pressure in the right spots? And can we sensitize them or help them understand direct pressure in the right spots? Meaning, can they operate on a rein? Can they operate on my leg? Okay, direct pressure, lightness. Confident, light, centered. What does centered mean? Oh, that's a deep one too. A horse needs to be emotionally centered. Okay, we don't want them tipping too far to the fear end. We also don't want them tipping too far to the lazy end. This horse tends to be lazy and heavy. I call this horse the couch potato personality of a horse. All right, she's the couch potato. You really kind of have to push on this one to get her to move. Okay, we need her more centered. It's easy to get her moving, but it's also easy to stop her. That's what we want. Okay, we want that across the board. That's something we shoot for, centered. What else does centered mean? Well, we're thinking about preparing this horse to be ridden. So horses need to understand boundaries. They need to have equal whoa and go. That's a front and back boundary. I set the pace, I set the tempo, you stay there. Okay, whoa and go. Left and right boundary. Those are my legs. Those are the stirrups. Stay between my legs. Stay between my stirrups. Okay, there's a boundary across the top. Right, I don't want your head too high. Okay, if your head's high, so are your emotions. Your back's tight. All right, so can we cause the horse to relax? Centered, that's a big one. All right, so as you guys are preparing your horses to be ridden, I want you to look for those three things. 1, are they confident? 2, are they light? 3, are they centered? All right, I hope that was helpful to you guys. Give that a try. Go play with these concepts and let me know how it goes. If you guys have questions, comment below. Subscribe if this stuff is helpful. It helps us out, and we'll see you next time. Hey, be sure to join us the next couple of weeks as we go through how to cause your horses to become confident, light, and centered. And if you want to know how I'm getting this stuff done with this filly today, go back and check out my playlist called Training the Young Horse, Halter Breaking Through First Rides. Thanks for checking in.